Hello, and welcome back to the Den of the Monster Ox. Please make a note of the dunce alert there above my face there. I'll get back to it here in a second.
Said he found an image of a resemble an ancient device. If she's my mother, why would there be traces of her all the way out here? So far from Norland. I don't get it. Who is she?
Her name is Elizabeth Sobek.
You! Spying through my focus again? Well, go on. What do you know about her?
Stay on your present course, and before long, you'll know her as well as I do. Maybe better. But be wary. Maker's End is crawling with Eclipse troops. To help you deal with them, I've left some useful equipment just outside the ruins. You focus what you action.
Those machines are alert.
So, you may notice that my mouth is moving up in the camera, but the audio you would hear from it is not syncing up. 3 minutes later. So that is me being a dunce. When I started recording the video, I actually left the mic on mute on accident. So this audio of me that you're hearing now... Oh, wait for this again.
Not a bad selection. I'll put those to use. Why are you doing this?
Because I want you to succeed. Good hunting. We'll talk later.
Wait! Damn him.
Alright, so I've actually already edited all of this video and gotten it to more or less where I want it. And so now I'm going back through, and while it's playing, I'm recording the audio and the commentary. So you can ignore the me up in the corner. I would get rid of it, but I don't really know how to at this point. Chalk it up to me being new to YouTube and audio, video recording. Right here, I'm just looking at what level things are around me, making sure I'm not getting myself in trouble. Like, that's a level 27 corrupted machine zone, and I'm only level 20 in this at this point, so...
Acting as guards. The Eclipse and corrupted machines. Cooperating. One happy family.
So it's about at this point that I stopped in my PlayStation playthrough of the game. That's kind of what I'm commenting on here, is kind of once I go past that gate, that's more or less farthest I've been in the game. Because I do, once I got to see this part of the map, I did recognize it, so...
Eclipse, just like he said.
Making sure that I know where all the enemies are so that I'm not
The snow's got a bite out
getting
here.
myself into trouble. Running into guards that I didn't know were there.
Forged dirt bell was made off with any witches long ago, but not the ancients buried in the ground.
Just gotta wait for that one guard there to start going back. Make sure those guys down there aren't looking my way. And now, sneak attack.
These dig sites, they're massive.
And then gotta clear out of there before the machine, before the Watcher gets over. I was thinking about going after these guys, but then I was like, wait. I don't need to take out everybody here. I just need to get up there.
I've got to get the demons raised before the ground freezes again.
I don't remember all the little things that I was throwing in as we were going along. Otherwise, I would try to do a better job of repeating what I said in the original recording. There is another bush up there that I could have run into, but I wasn't sure that I'd be able to make it in time before that Watcher came down the hill. So at this point, I'm just trying to read the map. And I realized that the map and the arrow don't always line up perfectly. Or I was just reading it wrong. That's a possibility too. Making sure no one tries sneaking up behind me. Oh, this was a fiasco. And after I spent so long trying to make sure I was doing it right. Yep, I take so much time trying to make sure that I'm being thorough.
All these ruins. What do the old ones do here?
I can hear you, I think.
You think you hear something?
Yo!
Shush. Quiet time. Still confused as to what triggered everything. I'll be watching this again. So it was my own fault. I just wasn't paying attention to where I was going.
Sammy, here we go. The corruptor.
Is now the corruptor.
The church.
Now I play hide and seek. A lot.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Stay sharp.
That's right. No one here.
At this point, I kind of know that the Watchers saw me.
Anyone see anything? Concentrate. I won't quit till I find you.
Save up some of the herbs that I've gathered and switch to using my potions.
Still sniffing around.
Ha! Another shadow.
Back to your business.
So at this point, there's only a couple enemies left. There's two on the back end when we got that corruptor to deal with. Yeah, I drop a few of the unimportant items so that I can pick up the rat bone. Is there? Oh, excuse
Scent from melted
me,
snow.
my past self. I believe the rat bone was used in upgrading one of my packs. Like, made it so I could keep more arrows or something. Oh yeah, crit. That basically makes it so that if I knock an opponent over, I can do a crit strike on them, so it makes it so I'm able to do more damage in burst instead of having to do some of these longer slogs, like taking down the Corruptor's gonna be.
All rope burning frost black, chopping at hard ground. Let this sun fall.
Ouch. And I have debated whether I should cut out some of these kind of intermediary fights where, yeah, it's their fight scenes. There's not a lot that's going on in terms of like the actual story yet. But I am in the base. Like it's not like I'm out in the wilds, just hunting out in the wilds. I'm actually fighting the guys in their base, trying to get into the heart of it and figure out what's going on in the heart. So in games like this where combat is kind of part of the game, not really sure what the best course of action will be. Alright, freeze them up. Hardcore machines that throw stuff at you. It's kind of hard to tell where they're going, when they're going to throw, where they're going to throw. Throw it so fast. I skip forward a little bit because I just mixing around weapons and the like for a minute. Switch out my trip caster, which is the it puts out a tripwire. And I traded that out for the weapon you can't see in my hand because for whatever reason it didn't want to actually put it in my hand there. It's essentially a net thrower. So it traps machines in a web. Or I guess humans too. I don't think I use it in this part of the playthrough. Yeah, I don't think so.
Another explosion.
Rotate turret! And fire! All weapons operational. Time to get it moving.
That's
and be quick about
a
it. No
big
daydreaming.
machine.
Soon this demon will be up and running. Another death bringer to fill out the ranks.
Has to be one of the Deathbringers Olin talked about. Fitting name. I'll never get into that tower. Unless I destroy that thing first.
Alright. Goal number 1. Take out the snipers and the Watcher. Goal number 2. Take out the cultists around the Deathbringer. Goal number 3. Take out the Deathbringer. I kind of undervalue the strength of the lure ability, which basically lets me like whistle or throw a rocket at an enemy, and one of them will come over and like try to investigate. You know, like a lure. Lure them into a false sense of security.
All right, new plan.
Focus. Stop working.
I've disabled his focus. This doesn't turn.
I'll handle it. Steam's blasting out. I wonder if
Yeah, I
there's
wouldn't have had
maintenance.
this kind of I wouldn't have had this much of a problem if I had have done what I knew I should have and lured that Watcher over, taking it out there. 'Cause then I wouldn't be able to take out. So yeah, crit strikes. Put in a lot of work right there. Nope. I forget about the sniper off there in the distance. Well, now they shot an arrow at me, I realize it's there. Okay. Yeah, I should probably do that first. Oh, this is the importance of not being seen. I don't know how that did. And that one did.
By me.
So, I know video game logic is a thing, but I'm really curious how a bit of what appears to be driftwood how it manages to stop rockets and gunfire from the Deathbringer.
Finally.
Alright. Plan out the attack. Make it so that they stop looking for me. I think eventually I realize that they're not going to stop looking for me. Find it with a headshot. Headshot. Focus. That's right. Alright. I actually think the Deathbringer went down a lot easier than it should have. How the first one hit and the second one did. Yeah, like this right here. Like, it's shooting like heavy rockets or something at me, and it's doing nothing to the wood. Somehow. Yeah, maybe a little bit of damage. Health potion it up. Start getting ready to try to take down the Deathbringer. It is weak to fire and electrical damage. I don't have the bow yet that allows me to have the zap, the lightning arrows yet. That's on my list. I think it had to have already been at like half health. It's doing one arrow to one gun, taking it down to half would be a little silly. Here. Just whittling it down. Taking advantage of the fact that rockets aren't really hitting me. Like, I'm obviously not cheating here, but it still feels a little bit like I am. Almost died there. There we go.
Did it. Those things pack a punch. All right.
Alright, I am out of health.
Focus. Let's see what's on it.
Health kits. I'm out of medicinal plants. And yeah, I got 3/4 health, but yeah, I think here I'm checking to see if I can craft any. And I'm like, nope, I haven't done enough hunting. I need the meat and stuff from animals to make the stuff for health kits. Which I'm not gonna find around here, you know, where,
It's not getting any warmer out here.
I might find some rabbits, like snow rabbits and stuff out here, but... Yeah, I got a couple very rare modifications for armor and weapon, which was very nice.
Let's see what you have to say. What is this?
The entity lives. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Oh! What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. I need to find a way inside the tower.
Alright.
Hold for identiscan.
One of these again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobak. Please step inside.
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,510 days overdue for your meeting with Mr. Farrell. Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
Alright. From here, we just slowly are making our way up the tower. This is one of those areas that, yeah, I know I could
A Deathbringer.
skip a lot of it,
Or
but
a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill. And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are...
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand.
this is kind of a nice thing where rather than clutter their game with tons and tons of backstory just thrown at you, they give it to you in files that you can read. So, because they're all stuff it's backstory. If you don't care about the backstory and you only care about what's going on here and now, then why throw it at you in the main game? Let you read it on your own if you're interested. You never know what you're gonna run into, so you always gotta top off your
The air. There's no smell to it. Not even
quiver
Old Death.
and whatnot.
Nothing natural.
Yeah, you always get a lot of these little snippets
cave-in.
and
But
of
I could get through.
conversation and like inner monologue that I kind of feel would be easier and like a better experience overall if you kind of just let it play out rather than constantly have jumps and skips. Kind of lets it flow a little bit better.
Looks like I can climb here.
This was a weird part. I think I actually die here. Because for whatever reason, my controller did not want to let me go up and to the right. It only wanted to let me go up and to the left. And so, like, I know that this is where I'm supposed to go. And from here, you go up the ladder. And then you see those orange over, that orange over there. It's like, okay, that's where I'm supposed to go. I jump over and hold off to the right, but instead it sends me off to the left. So I'm like, okay, well, am I missing something then? Alright, so let's try. This. And of course I
There's a
screwed
ramp
up
to get back up.
and I almost die. And I've got next to no, like I've got one potion and that's it. Okay, one potion used. Okay. Try it again. Oh, now it works.
Made it. Looks like the way up. What's left of it.
There is a little bit of an interesting, kind of subtle,
Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this
kind of
easy.
bit of
Dr. Silver.
subtle environmental, not exactly storytelling,
Plants
but
can
the
find a
fact
way
that
to
like
hang on up here.
as
Guess I
she
can too.
slowly is going up, like as you're going higher up, there's wind blowing, there's all this other stuff going on. It's absolutely freezing, and yet, she's okay, it seems, but then she does stuff like that where she'll like cup her hands and like breathe into her hands, like trying to warm up her hands. Actually found a fair amount of these little data points and data points, I guess. There's little bits of hidden information in this area. Probably more in this one area than I've seen in a little bit. Oh, this is where, you know, I'm blind as a bat. I walked right past that yellow knob. There was an indicator that I was supposed to climb there.
Cold. Can't let myself stiffen up.
This is where I like clip through the plants. There we go. Alright, just figuring out, making sure that I'm going in the right way. I mean, I was blind just a moment ago, missed the yellow marker saying climb here. So who knows, maybe I missed it again. Here's another one of those. How do I get up? Oh yeah, this is where I pressed the wrong button. And of course it ended up being something obvious. And dead. I have to try again. Yep. I'm like, and now it does it. Essentially, I'd just apparently been holding the stick either not far enough forward and like up, or I didn't hit jump when I was supposed to, or something along those lines. Luckily, getting down from the tower was significantly easier than getting all the way up. But yeah, now it's more than just cupping her hands. Now it's like sheer full on, oh, wind's blowing. Like grabbing her arms, like shivering with the cold. Like, not right now, but I see the yellow there. I'm like, okay, that must mean that I need to drop down here. Yep, drop down the ledge, and sure enough, there's the jump. There. See her like hugging her arms, like trying to keep herself warm.
The way up. All it takes is a few good handholds.
There's the yellow I'm looking for.
All right, made it.
All right.
Wonder what we'll find.
Looking around for enemies, making sure it's not like I'm jumping into an ambush kind of a deal.
Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
So scan a data point, and oh, there it is. All right, here we go.
Elizabeth,
October
good
31st,
to,
2064.
It's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone. Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted. The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth. But somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I'm speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Thero robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
All right, Silence. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Thero robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades? It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Thero robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asaram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved.
Alright.
Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up, at least. U.S. Robot
There
Command
was a
next,
lot of stuff.
to learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
There's a lot of stuff that just got thrown at us.
It's cold.
I have a couple of suspicions as to what is going on, but for now, let's get back to Meridian. So we'll be transporting ourselves there. No.
As the sun witnesses, we put our backs in.
Like to walk, that would have been like 30 minutes of
Arrested, too, for
walking, or
disorderly conduct last
maybe
night.
15 minutes with a rider, or like a beast to ride, but that break there was actually only like 4 minutes.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Murad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
First the Oseram gets special treatment, and now Outlanders from the Savage East because the Sun King haven't heard.
Passed by some Outlander woman? Unacceptable. I've been here for 2 hours, and this Nora goes to the front of the line.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Erend, Murad.
I guess we'll see.
Let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
I could ask questions, but oh, I do ask about the eclipse, I think.
I need to get going.
Don't worry
I know.
about it.
Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
And with that, we'll see you in episode 7 of Horizon Zero Dawn. Probably gonna start by finding out what happened to Ursa.